keyboards, the Sony Ericsson, which had real keys, and now you have an iPod Touch, just like the iPhone. But what's your experience with the flat, invisible or the virtual keyboard?
The problem with the virtual keyboard is that I don't really feel it where I'm hitting them. I mean, I can see where where I touch the keys, but if something's wrong, I don't really feel it on a physical keyboard. I feel if my finger's like off, because you have the physical buttons and you know where your finger's supposed to be, and if it's a little bit slight off, you're like, oh, maybe I hit the one to the right or to the top.
Yeah.
And so you can easily correct it. But on the other one, on the non-physical keyboard, if you're really concentrating on the keys you're hitting, you can look up and check what you're writing, and you don't really know. I mean, the good thing is the keyboard blinks the letter you touch, but when you're really fast, you don't really notice that anymore. It's just because it's behind your fingers if you're flying over the keyboard. So I think it's much easier to with a physical keyboard. It's faster and you have less mistakes. I would choose a physical keyboard, though. Of course, the physical keyboard takes away space from the screen, or the device just gets bigger. So that's kind of the problem there. So you gotta choose one.
If you had an iPod Touch, where's your iPod Touch? You can put it away. Don't worry about it. If you had an iPod Touch, where you could have your keypad right there, how much faster do you think you would type?
Twice to 3 times as fast, I bet.
Wow. And we'll do a timing to figure out how fast you typed on the D9, but you basically grew up with this device, so the Sony Ericsson, your fingers know where those keys are. And you do thumbing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I stopped using it 3 years ago, but now this is there's nothing you can type faster with. I mean, I tried BlackBerry, I tried iPod, the iPhone, it just doesn't get you to the speed. There's some phones you can open that have a full keyboard, physical keyboard, which are pretty fast, but I rely on this one because you can pretty much break it. It's super cheap if it never breaks.
I think sometime next year you're gonna ditch that and you're gonna get an iPhone with my keyboard.
Well, if it's gonna be like this, and they pull it down and somewhere out of there comes a keyboard and they can type like this, that's good. But I don't want to make any cuts on the screen. I don't want to make it bigger, and I don't want to make the screen smaller. But if you got a keyboard somewhere in there.